They had enough of a lead in the compulsory dances to make up for their slips in that final and win the gold. I wonder if the judges will be looking at it differently this time. I wonder, too, if the former champions Moiseeva and Mininkov will have completed the program that was practically all new in Lake Placid and make a run for the championships again. For Canada, it's all in the hands of Whiten and Dowding. They know there isn't a quick route to the top. It's a slow process, as long as you show innovation and improvement each time out. They did it in Lake Placid and will again tonight. So we wait the final performance on satellite, on CTV from Dortmund, Germany.
We're a little disappointed that Robin Cousins had to settle for silver. They're now buoyed up by the fact that Torvill and Dean, the British dance champions, came here looking for a move from 5th in the Olympics to 4th place. They've already achieved that goal and now see the possibility of overtaking Moiseev and Mininkov for a bronze medal. Hello again, everybody. This is Johnny Esau along with Debbie Wilkes in Dortmund, Germany at the Westfalenhalle. Tonight, it's the World Dance Championships. In Placid, we said it was set up for an upset. Tonight, it could happen.
Oh, I think it's very likely indeed. It is so unusual at this point for Linacek and Karponosov not to be miles ahead of the rest of the field that I think it's in the wind. I certainly do. In fact, they are tied in ordinals, 14 ordinals. Both Linacek and Karponosov and Ragozzi and Szalai, the very popular Hungarian team, are in second place. They each have 14 ordinals, and in fact, Ragozzi and Szalai have more points, so it could very likely happen.
And it's close because Karponosov fell in a short, well, it was a set pattern dance number. Now, he tripped twice in Lake Placid, fell here. Very unusual for even a rookie, let alone a two-time world champion.
You're absolutely right. It was a devastating thing for them. Usually, as I said earlier, they are so far ahead, and that knocked them down so badly. They should have been several points and a very solid first place at this time.
And Whiten.
Nächste Läuferin, next skater, Tracy Weinman, Canada.
This is a moment a lot of us have been waiting for to see whether or not the gamble of sending a youngster to the World Championships to gain experience over a veteran champion will pay off down the road.
Well, she had a terrific warm-up, but you know, it was kind of prophetic after the announcer had asked the skaters to leave the ice. She did one more double axel, and that was the one problem she had. Here it comes. She almost had it landed, you know, and then the free leg just kind of tapped down. It's not exactly considered a failed element, but the judges would have to deduct about 0.3.
You know, we used to be in awe of people who could do split jumps over the boards. Now we're in awe of this little girl because she has to look over the boards. 12-year-old Tracy Weinman. She has been the talk of Dortmund, Germany, and the whole skating world for the whole week. Of a much older skater.
The poise and confidence that she possesses are just outstanding. A lot of skaters, having made that first error, would fall right apart.
Now, they purposely did not put in her triple in the combination. They said, no such thing as that. This is only a first time out. This is just to let them see it. That was the judgment of Coach Ellen Burke. Look at that.
Well, it was disappointing in that one element had to be less than perfect, but it was still a sensational program in my view. She had such exciting happiness and joy when she skated. Here's a look at the jump combination, the double lutz, double loop, the double loop jump being the required jump. It can be combined with any double or triple jump. And it can be either first or last in the combination. No hesitation there whatsoever.
Well, she had all the carriage and poise of someone much older, but the marks they're indicating from that 4.3 to a 4.9. Now, this is for technical merit, or the elements, and she did miss one, therefore the mark had to come down. Now you see the marks for artistic compression, and they range from 4.7 to 5.0 for Tracy Wademan, who thus is on the list of World Championship competitors.
She's got a very, very bright future indeed.
And now, as we get ready, here is the way the people stand in the dance championship. Linachuk and Karponosov, Gotsi, Soleil, Moiseeva, Minikov, Torvill, and Dean. Whiten and Dowding in fifth. And for Canada's second pair, it's Marie McNeil and Robert McCall from Halifax, and they are in 13th place, and we'll see them in just a moment. From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV. Judgment on you, and first impressions are so important in any skating career.
Personality across during the program. Of course, Rock Around the Clock is a pretty good time to skate to.
Remember, they're going for 50% of the marks tonight, based on, again, technical merit and artistic compression. And on the first 50% of the marks for the compulsory dances and the original set pattern, they wound up in 13th place. Peppy performance right from the beginning, Deb, but now we see the beautiful change of pace. Bad they weren't given the opportunity to skate at the Olympics, but these judges would have been seeing them for the second time, and it would make quite a difference, because this is a great opening show for Michaela McCall from Halifax and Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Experience is certainly a very strong teacher. Their program is full of all sorts of little interesting bits, some great bits of footwork.
the grand finale to the debut of Bob McCall and his partner Marie McNeil, number 2 dance team in Canada. Janet Dunnett standing by. Here are the first set of marks, 4-9, 4-7, 4-8, a 4-9, a 5-0 from the Canadian judge, and the 4-8. Second set of marks, 4-9, 4-8, 4-7, 4-8, 4-9, 4-7, 2 4-9s, and a 4-8 from the Japanese judge. Standing sixth at this moment in the World Dance Championships, Judy Blumberg and Michael Seibert. Michael and Judy placed 7th in the Olympics. They're 2nd in the U.S. Nationals.
Yet in both international competitions this year, they have beaten the U.S. national champions Stacey Smith and John Summers.
Indication of how the newcomers are changing the World Dance Championships every year. The old timers that stay in that 1, 2, 3 position and then eventually retire and leave don't change a great deal, but it's people like the couple you see right now who come along and add so many new moves. Mark of the 4-minute program. 23-year-old Judy and 20-year-old Michael. Judy Blumberg and Michael Seibert.
Dancers must really listen to their music. They are severely restricted to the number of free skating moves they may do. They may only do certain types of lifts. Don't forget the big weekend of sports entertainment coming up on CTV. Saturday afternoon, the CIAU men's basketball final from Calgary. And Saturday night, 7 to 8:30, the ladies championship from Dortmund, Germany. And Sunday afternoon, the CIAU hockey final from Regina. And Sunday at 5 o'clock, the highlights of the World Figure Skating Championship. Blumberg and Seibert, number 6 in the world at this moment. And this is their first World Championship, John.
What a finish to a great performance. To a wonderful debut. We'll have the marks for you in just a moment. From Yorkton, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championship of CTD. 3.54s, 5.55s, and a 5.6.
Great set of marks. They're certainly not giving anything away tonight, but as usual. But the program was very full of good detail, nice footwork, some lovely changes of pace, and they're capable of interpreting every type of music, which is also an important feature for ice dancers. Seems to be some problem here with the marks. The referee, Lawrence Demi from Great Britain, is checking out the judge from Great Britain, judge number 6, Pamela Davis. We've had very few computer problems thus far.
Right. Well, just while I get that mess straightened out over there, let me just take a moment here and say how sorry we were to hear about that tragic development with that plane crash and the United States boxing team, the 14 boxers and the 5 officials who crashed at Katowice, Poland, not far from here. Second set of marks have now come up, and you see the 2.55s, the 5.0 from the West German judge, 2.56s, 5.7, 5.5, 5.7, and a 5.6. And so those marks by Bloomberg and Siebert moved them into first place at this point, ahead of Karamasheva and Ziritzin from the Soviet Union. But now we have Christopher Dean and Jane Torvill, the champions from Great Britain, on the ice. And Torvill and Dean at this moment are in 4th place overall. And so this policeman from Nottingham, England, and his beautiful partner are going to give us a great show for the next 4 minutes. They're very, very clever on ice.
Effective footwork section, all done on 2 feet, but weaving from side to side.
They were in 5th place in the Olympics, and they came here hoping to move up 1 notch. Well, they've done that to this point, and now they have their eyes set on Moiseev and Minenkov, who are in 3rd place and are possibly available. Possibly.
To do, but they're not reaching for one another. They're always right where they should be. Makes it look easy. The only thing that interferes in my mind with this great program is that there are an awful lot of stops. Each time the music stops, important continuity of the program.
Because there's a large crowd from Great Britain here, probably the largest crowd from outside of Germany, but there's also a large contingent from Hungary here tonight, as they came looking for Ragozzi and Chalet. Here's the finale for Torvill and Dean in Great Britain. March in a moment, but first, from Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV. 5.6s, 3.5.7s, and a 5.8 from the West German judge. Those are the marks for technical merit.
It was an interesting lift at the very end, if you recall. Jane did a complete somersault over Chris's head, and it's supposedly illegal.
Here come the marks for artistic impression, 2.5.7, a 5.8, a 5.5, 5.8, 2.5.7, a 5.6, and a 5.5. And the chief of police of Nottingham has asked the Dortmund police through the International Police Association to make a special presentation of flowers. And there you see it happening now. This is to Torvill and Dean on behalf of the chief of police and all the police force in Nottingham, where Christopher Dean is a member of that police force.
Waiting in the wings.
Here we are. This is one of the great moments, not only in television, but in all sports. Whenever you see Ragozzi and Chalet, Hungarian champions who have been so brilliant over the years. They were second in the Olympics, second in the Europeans, one flaming lead. They're second in the world last year. They've been Hungarian champions for 9 straight years, and this is going to be a dazzler. Come on, music, don't spoil it for them. Year-old Christina Ragozzi and 24-year-old Andra Chalet, and this is going to be their swan song in world competition.
Watch how they play off of one another. They communicate throughout the entire program. Maybe not with words. Where the stops have really added to the program. Rather than just designating a change of mood or a change of pace, they are part of the choreography. And unlike most of the dance teams, Andy and Christina have chosen although at different speeds. Of height during the program. There are very few lifts, but they do some movement down close to the ice as well.
from Hungary. This is their 7th World Championship. Probably their last. They've indicated that it'll be the last. There's no question that it's their greatest. They've never been worse than 6 in 7 World Championships. And the large crowd here in the Westfalenhall in Dortmund, Germany, has just gone wild as Hungarian flags break out all over the arena. And there's a look at some of that World Championship footwork.
They have wonderful speed throughout the program. Of course, Christina is the featured skater in it, without a doubt. Very few lifts, but beautifully executed. Really, lifts are not necessarily a part of ice dancing.
They're fighting over the boards. They're coming down out of the crowds. They're fighting over the boards to get to them, to give them flowers, to give them their love. Look at the Hungarian flag. Crowd continuing to applaud. They just won't let them leave. It's one of the most beautiful things we've ever seen on ice.
And they're such gracious champions too, John.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Let's see what the judges think of the mark.
Okay, they're all 5'8" and 5'9", with one exception. The West German judge has given a 5'7" and is being resoundingly and justifiably booed. Now the Russian judge has given a 5'9". And the Russian judge was the one that we were concerned about because we have Linichuk and Karpanasov who are in first place. The people of Elaine have to try to catch.
Well, there's certainly still room for Linichuk and Karpanasov to win the championship.
And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5'9" and 3 5'8". 6 5'9" and 3 5'8" for artistic impression. I was really expecting a 6 to pop up there, but it did not come. That's the story then for Elaine, and now all we can do is wait. They're in second place at the moment from Dortmund, West Germany. This is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV. Karpanasov from the Soviet Union, and they are really under pressure now, having to skate behind the number 2 skaters, the Hungarians, who gave such a dazzling show. Zayak and Karpanasov, first in the Olympics, first in the Europeans this year, first in the Worlds last year, first in the Europeans last year, first in the Worlds in '78. Remember, they won in Ottawa the first time.
You see so many innovative things from Natalie and Gennady.
proud of Lindenchuk and Karponosov because their first championships, first international victories came in Skate Canada in both 1975 and again in 1976. Much
to
better.
me, it still does not have the crispness that Dragossi and Saleh had.
And they're putting it together at the right time because the judges left enough room at the top for them to hold on. Of a performance that could be a third successive world championship.
From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV.
2 5/8, a 5/7, a 5/8, 5/7, and a 5/6. 5/6 from the British judge, 5/9 from the Soviet judge, 5/8 from Canada and Japan. The second set of marks, 2 5/8, 5/7, and 5/9. 2 5/7s and 3 5/8s, and this is going to be dicey. I don't know whether they won it or lost it. You can't tell. The computer is going to have to tell us. We may know in a few seconds. Here it is. Dragossi and Saleh have won it. Dragossi and Saleh have won the World Championship. Lindenchuk and Karponosov are second, Torvill and Dean are third. Now we still have Witt and Dowding to skate along with Moisiev and Minnikov. There you see it. There's the computer up on the board now, indicating Dragossi and Saleh, Lindenchuk and Karponosov, Torvill and Dean, Bloomberg and Siebert, Katarina and Sinitsyn, Smith and Summers, Royston and Steiner, and McCall are down in 11th place at the moment, and now here comes Lorna Whiten and John Dowding. Lorna Whiten and John Dowding, they currently are in 5th position, going for 4th. Let's see them go. Lorna Whiten, 23-year-old John Dowding, and Don Mills at Oakville, 6th in the Olympics. They've never skated better. And now that the crowd has settled down from that change in World Championship standings, they're starting to really pay attention to Witt and Dowdy, who are simply gorgeous out there.
Do their program with a sense of humor. I think they tend to take some of the more cliched things in skating and twist them into something cute and something that's their own.
From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV.
5-4 is a 5-6 from the Soviet judge, 5-5 from Canada, and a 5-6 from Japan. This is going to be close, Debbie.
It will indeed, certainly with Bloomberg and Siebert skating so well. They're being pushed from behind, but it was the shortest 4 minutes I ever had.
That's right, and here we have the second set of marks for artistic impression. 3-5-6 is a 5-4 from the Hungarian judge, 5-5, 5-4, 5-6, 5-6, 5-6.
And it looks like we hung on, John. The computer has them still in 5th place. Now,
ahead of Bloomberg against Seibert.
Yes, right. We still have Moisiev and Minenkov to skate.
Well, the question now is that they are close enough to Moisiev and Minenkov that they could catch them. But Moisiev and Minenkov will probably get, if they do things in the normal manner, they're very extreme. Matter of fact, they used to be the most dramatic skaters on the ice. And then they took over and have been almost diametrically opposite in their performance to what they once were.
It's still dramatic, I think, but it's with a different kind of touch. Almost punk rock.
Moisiev and Minenkov, don't forget that tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, you'll have 90 minutes of the Ladies' Championship for you. We can tell you at this point that Tracy Wayman has drawn a good starting position. She'll be midway through. She's in the late in the 3rd group, which is very good draw. And also, we have Bielman, Lurs, Fradiani, and Putsch winding it up in that order. Just ahead of Dostich and Rahakova from the Czechoslovakian team.
And they had to withdraw here, John, due to the fact that his wife was very ill. to do the extreme, and I really think that it's so different. It's refreshing. I'm enjoying it.
Well, you're not taking liberties with their names for those who might think so. They like to be called May and Mom. Like I said, they are dramatically different. Question is, do the judges think that's great dancing? This is another couple that won the first international championship at Skate Canada. That was back in Kitchener in 1974. And they went on to win the World Championship the same year.
One of the problems with this selection of music that is so fast is that in order to do the timing correctly, sometimes the unison suffers a little bit.
From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV.
From the Soviet judge, 5'7", 5'9", a 5, and that big 6 was the important thing. And here we come now with the second set of marks, and this is for artistic impression, 2 5/8 to 5'9", 5'6", 2 5/8, 5'7", 5'9", and a 5'8 for Moishev and Minenkov. So they're the second couple, the second skaters to win a 6 in the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships. Robin Cousins was the only other, and he had 3. And so here are the final standings. It is now official. In their 7th try, Ragozzi and Soleil have won the World Dance Championships. In 2nd place, Linichuk Kaparnisov. In 3rd place with the bronze medal, Moishev and Minenkov. Torvill and Dean of Great Britain are 4th. Whiten and Dowding of Canada are in 5th. McNeil and McCall of Canada in 13th. So there are the new champions. Don't forget, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, Debbie and I will be here with the World's Women's Final. This is Johnny Esau with Debbie Wilkes. Bidding you a pleasant good night from Dortmund, Germany.
For skating fans all over the world. Not since 1977, when 13-year-old Elena Botorozeva of the Soviet Union arrived on the world skating scene, has there been so much talk about young skaters. This time, it's Canada's sweetheart, 12-year-old Tracy Wainman. She was selected on the basis of her outstanding ability and the promise of a great future. The world judges have to get to know you, and they're sure getting to know all about this dark-eyed beauty who won the Canadian novice and moved all the way to a bronze medal in Canadian seniors. Mature far beyond her years. She can do figures and free skate all day, has nerves of steel, and takes orders to the ultimate. Whatever happens in this 4-minute free skating performance is going to be something you're not likely to forget. In the meantime, the question is, can Linda Fratiani retain her world title even though she lost the gold to Annette Pusch in Lake Placid? A lot of questions. We'll have them for you in 90 minutes on satellite from Dortmund, Germany.
Bielman of Switzerland isn't going to start from so far back in school figures. Then she'll take her great free skating and her Bielman spin to the top step on the world podium. And Emi Watanabe was just great in her short program, the best performance in her 20 years. She owns the world bronze medal. She could very well pull up far enough to make that podium again tonight. Hello again, everybody. This is Johnny Esau along with Debbie Wilkes in Dortmund, West Germany, ready to bring you that great women's final tonight.
It's going to be a doozy, John. I hope you're going to be here. We have Annette Pusch in first place, as expected. Dagmar Lurz of West Germany is in second. Linda Fratiani, the defending champion, is in third place. Fourth, we have Emi Watanabe, and in fifth, Christoph Expinder of Austria.
But forgetting where they stand, the performance of Tracy Wainman is just...
The ice, Elena Botorozeva of the Soviet Union has just withdrawn.
She was sixth 2 years ago in the Worlds, but suddenly she didn't play in the Europeans this year, didn't go to the Worlds, didn't go to Europeans, didn't go to the Olympics. She is out, and here comes Tracy Wayman as our next skater. Tracy currently is in 20th place for this little 12-year-old grade 8 student. And the whole eyes of the world are watching right now to see what this little girl is going to do. They want to accept her. They want her to excel. She's been the darling of the galleries. Beautiful. Triple Pascal.
Wonderful little laugh from the audience as she stood right off the boards in front of us here. Triple toe loop attempt. She's been landing them in practice, John.
Well, they put 3 triples in her performance. They figured that would be sufficient for her first time out. They took the triple out of her short program. Look at that maturity at 12.
With in the short program yesterday. And another one just to be sure.
She's got the hand motion, she's got the body motion, she's got the posture. Watch this. Look at those hands. They're a 12-year-old. Ellen Burka has done a masterful job with this little girl. I asked her what age she actually started to skate. She said 6, and I said, how come at 6? She said, well, I was getting bored. We've got a minute to go.
Tracy has only been coached by Ellen Burka for a couple of years. Some of her previous coaches were Wally Distomeyer and Judy Williams. They did a great job with her basics.
They only had that one flaw so far. But this is the form. Here's the form that's attracting the attention, not just the jumps. There she is, right there in front of her mother. Her mother is waving to her right now. Wave that Canadian flag.
Double lunge.
She just hasn't stopped. She's pumping and bumping. Look at the split. And the grand finale for Tracy Wayman. Her 4-minute performance is over. Look at go, Canada goes, time breaking out. The flowers are starting to rain down on the ice.
Tracy Wayman.
There's the Canadian section up there. There's like teddy bears down on the ice for her. They're almost as big as she is. Toronto crickets are there.
And there's
Nori Bob, the team leader, and Coach Alan Burke, they can't get over it. There she is picking up a teddy bear. The teddy bear will get 5 6s.
The triple cow from the very beginning. Look at the fabulous height, beautiful rotation, gorgeous stretch on the landing.
This guy called her over to give her, look at, they give her some more flowers over there, and he kissed her, and he wouldn't let her go.
And there's Lorna Whiten and Barbie Underhill.
5-1, 5-2, 5. Look at the 5-3, 5-3, 5-5, 5-4. John Dowding sitting next to us. How about that, John? Paul Martini, come on over here. Tell us about it. Come on, Canucks. Really impressive.
John, tell us, come on, you guys, tell us all about it. You're sitting here enjoying it, loving it like all us Canadians.
I've never been so nervous in my life. You just went out and did it all.
Here come the marks of artistic impression. 5-1, 5-1, 5-6 from the Soviet judge. 5-6 from the Italian judge. 5-4 from the Swiss. 5-2 from East German. 5-0 from Japan. 5-3 from Netherlands. 5-5. That is the most sensational debut I have ever seen in any sport, anywhere, at any time. That ranks with Corbett and the... Okay, from Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World...
You aware of that great audience out there around you when you were skating?
Yeah. My mom was waving.
Did you see your mom waving the flag?
Yeah.
What did it do for you?
Oh, it really got me going.
Good, good.
And I like the
Tell me,
other.
didn't you plan at one time to put in a third triple?
Well, at the beginning, I thought if I landed the first triple sow, then I would not do the second because I don't want to repeat it because I shouldn't get any marks for it. So I landed the first triple sow, so I decided the second one not to do it.
How do you love all this adulation with these people crowding around you and autographs and mob scenes and all that?
Oh, it's pretty good.
That's different than being grade 8 back there at St. Andrews, isn't it?
Yep.
What's it feel like after having competed against these girls? Because most of them you hadn't competed against before.
Oh, they're much higher caliber and a lot better than what I'm used to. They're
18-year-old Claudia Christophics-Binder from Austria is our next skater. She placed 7th in the Olympics this year, 7th in the Europeans, and she was 7th in the world last year. This is a rapidly improving young lady, 18 years of age. There's an indication of what I mean.
She's coached by Carlo Fassi, and you can see some of that tremendous attack and strength. His whole psychological approach to the program really gives the skater confidence. Here comes her first triple attempt, the triple cow. Very good. She has a severe wrap around her left knee as well. There have been a lot of knee injuries, due perhaps in part to some over-practice, perhaps.
It has been confirmed that Elaine Vorozheva of the Soviet Union did re-injure the knee that had been giving her trouble, that had kept her out earlier. And apparently she injured it yesterday, was limping quite noticeably this morning, and they waited until the very last moment before they withdrew her.
Look at the dips in the flying camel spin. Here's a difficult combination, a series of hops, split jump, and double cow.
Claudia has been having a good performance. She was third after the compulsory figures. She dropped into 7th place in the short program and thus is 5th overall. Ahead of her is Emmy Watanabe, and I think it would be difficult for Claudia to catch Emmy, judging by what Emmy did in her short program, which was the best program she skated in her life.
There's Claudia's version of the Swiss national move, the Bielmann spin. Named after Denise Bielmann, the great Swiss champion.
time, there was a total entry of 34 in the women's competition. 2 dropped out before it even got underway in practice, and then we've lost 3 since that time due to injury.
It's a grueling season for these young athletes. They must compete often. It involves very long hours of practice, and you have to do it even when you don't want to.
And even if you're not on the Olympic team, you practice with your national team as though you were going to the Olympics. So it's one more extra major session for you in the Olympic year. She didn't get very high because she was going to have to land on that bad knee.
We've watched this young lady grow up in the last 4 years. Her first competition, or the first time internationally that she the Bielman spin.
And again, the flowers come raining down, and as they're being picked up, we can show you the marks for technical merit: 5.4, 5.5, 5.3, a 5.5, 5.4, 5.5, 5.4, 5.4, 5.4. So that'll hold her position, but it won't move her.
She always does a good job, rarely makes severe mistakes, but leaves things out. Rather than doing triple something, will only do a double. And this cost her in the technical merit mark.
Well, in artistic compression, she's done a little better with a 5.4, 5.5, 5.6, 5, 5.6, 5, 5.3, and 2 5.5s. From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CTV. Her just in time in case Annette Puts decides to hang him up.
And I was just thinking how much her style reflects the influence of Annette.
Katarina is coached by Jutta Mueller, who also coaches Jan Hoffman. That explains the early finesse in some of these moves at the age of 14.
see 14-year-olds like Katarina Witt, and one you're going to see in just a moment, Zayak of the United States, and you think back to what we saw with Tracy Wainman a little earlier, you wonder how at the age of 12, 13, and 14 they can be quite so accomplished. It's just unbelievable.
Beautiful triple southpaw, such gorgeous height.
Great music to skate to, and she did it so beautifully.
You know, I think she's going to one day in the not-too-distant future be even better.
Technical merit ranging from 5.3 to a 7. 5.3, 5.5s, a 6, 2 5.7s, and the rest are all 5.6s for technical merit. And I think that her mark for artistic impression will be just as good, because she did such a great job in handling that music of hers, Deb.
Well, it was nice light music, but I think for someone so young, I think it's important not to get heavy or too weighty, I suppose, as far as the musical selection is concerned.
Here are the marks then for artistic impression: 5.4, 5.5, 5.7, 5.6, 5.4, 2 5.5s, a 5.4, and a 5.5. From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships. Point looks like a good 13 or 14th place finish for her. Elaine Zayak is a newcomer. She's actually 4th place on the American team, and they replaced the 3rd girl so that Elaine could get into the world competition at the age of 14.
This is another promising young skater. There are a batch of them here, and I can see in the next maybe 4 years, Zayak is going to be one of Tracy's biggest competitors. There's another one of those great double-lux triple tolas. Beautiful quick rotation on the double axel.
Elaine was 22nd after the compulsory figures, and then she was 10th in the short program. That gives you an indication again, as you saw with Katarina Witt a little earlier, about the strength being in the free skating. Same thing with Tracy Wainman, but at 13, 14 years of age, you have to wait a while to then get those marks down on figures. Champion from last year. She won the Prague skate as well.
Very effective spread eagle combination, separated by a beautiful double axel jump.
there in a minute.
She's an incredible jumper, but I really think the program could use some work. It's very hockey puckish. She travels from one end to the other very quickly, with most of the jumps highlighted at the end.
But doesn't this part of it have to come first, Debbie, at that age, and then you learn the finesse?
I think she's got great finesse. I think it's a different style from most.
They love it. 5'7", 5'7", 5'7", 5'8", 5'7", 5'6", a 5'5", and 2 5'7".
Those are the best tonight so far.
Coach Peter Burrows with Elaine Zayak from the Skating Club of New York. This is her first international appearance at this level, and she has made a solid impression, too. I can't believe that number of sevens for a first time out.
Well, for a lot of these young skaters, the fact that it is the first time, they are able to go all out without that incredible pressure that so often exists for those that are higher up.
Nice second set of marks, 5'5", 2 5'6", a 5'4", 5'5", 5'3", 5'6", and a 5'5". And from Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on.
And next we have on the ice the Japanese champion, Emi Watanabe. She won a bronze medal in last year's World Championships from Vienna. She's currently in 4th place. Here in Dortmund, she had a fantastic show yesterday in the short program. Could conceivably, with that beautiful double axel and things to follow, move even higher. Triple Salchow attempt. Oh, beautifully clean.
And we said it's a long shot to the extent that she is currently in 4th place. But she has to catch Fradiani, Lurs, and Hutch. And I kind of had a feeling she just might pull the upset of the decade. Just as long as she doesn't make any serious mistakes.
That her programs are sensational. They're well thought out. All the little musical accents are used so beautifully. She chooses very flowing music.
Well, we always remember Emmy because she skated in the first Skate Canada back in 1973. She placed 8th that year, and she's been in the Olympics. 76, she was 13th. This year, she was 6th. 20 years of age, she said she thinks this is it for her as an amateur skater.
Combination, and Ina Bauer into a double axel jump. have a good takeoff with nice tight rotation and a good high jump, but it's something else again when you've still got speed coming out of it, and she does. Final corkscrew spin.
What a fantastic response from this audience. They started to build a crescendo. And the Japanese flag break out all over the West Fallenhau here in Dortmund. And Amy, I think, is crying. She knows she's got a winner. The Japanese judge, and 5-6 from Netherlands and 5-6 from Germany.
Well, the explanation, I think, is fairly obvious. She had the two triples, the triple Salchow and the triple toe loop, but they were not in combination with anything else, nor was there a difficult triple loop such as Zayak had done. But the program was sensational.
Well, we have 5-8s up there again, one at least two of them, 5-8, 2 5-7s, and this is for artistic impression, 5-8, 5-7, 5-6. 2 5-7s and a 5-6 for Emi Watanabe. From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 ninth at this point, but she is still 5th in the free skating after all these skaters. Lisa Marie Allen, she was 5th in the Olympics. She was 2nd in the United States to Linda Fratiani, and she is certainly the heir to the throne and might even make it tonight.
She's in 6th spot right at the moment. 8th in the compulsory figures, 5th in the short program. So she wants to improve that Olympic placing if she can.
She made such a hit with Skate Canada in 1977, the first time I really saw her. And she finished 2nd. She came right back the next year and won it.
Oh! Triple Salchow badly off balance on the takeoff.
I've never seen her miss one that far before.
There's a good one. And another double axel.
There. We've never seen her have to recover before, Deb.
No, she's usually very solid. She doesn't seem to be getting the height in her jump today. She could possibly be rushing the timing on the takeoff a little bit. Could be the result. Reverse camel. She steps out and spins in the other direction with equal ability. Control on such a simple move as a spiral. This is all done on one foot.
figures to Linda Fratiani, but she beat Fratiani in the short program and the long program. In other words, she beat her in 70% and lost the first place position.
That figure placement is still the most important, although it's only worth 30%. You lose if you don't win it.
Lisa Marie Allen from the United States. And speaking of compulsory figures, Jacques Tavard, the 13-year president of the International Skate.
For Lisa Marie, she gets a pair of 5.6s up there, 5.4, a 5, 5.3, a 5.5, and then 3 5.4s, and that's for technical merit. And that's obviously a knockdown from the fall on that triple.
Well, when you compare her content with that of Zayak and Witt and some of the other young skaters that we've seen, she had only one triple, nothing very difficult.
But her presentation is much better, as was obvious to us and everybody, and to the judges, of course, as the 5.7, 5.5, 5.7, the 6, the 4, the 5, the 7, the 6, and the 5, what all seem to indicate. And from Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating. Denise Bielmann of Switzerland. Currently in 7th place. She won the short program, and she could very easily win the long program and move well into a higher range than the 7th place position would indicate. Great free skater.
And at this point in the competition, she has never been this high in the standings. I think we're looking at medal contention here. Triple left, double axel, double toe loop. Here's the triple left jump. Oh!
Now, we've never seen her do that. We've never seen Lisa Marie Allen do what she did.
That kind of fall really jars your system. Sometimes your legs just go rubbery after that.
The first section where she starts to tease you with that Bielmann spin. This isn't it either. That's only step 2.
Opened up into a double. I think she's not feeling too good. And that was to have been a triple toe loop, but became a double instead.
Yet, the crowd starts applauding because each time they think as she reaches for that blade that it's going to be the Bielmann spin. But she leaves it right till very late in the program. But she's lost a lot of the zip, Debbie, since that fall. Been single since.
what I said about the medal, John.
10 seconds left.
Here it is. Step one, and here comes the next phase.
Denise Bielmann from Switzerland, 4th in the Olympics. The 7th at this moment is going to have trouble moving. Watanabe is first, Binder is second. Allen is third at this point.
It almost looked throughout the program as if she was preoccupied with something, as if she was fighting to control either nerves or concentration. Was most unfortunate. She is infinitely better than this skate would indicate. See what happens on the triple lutz jump. The feet got totally wrapped. She wasn't even fully rotated and landed forward after 2.5 rotations instead of 3.
And here it is, the technical merit. This could tell a lot.
Now they may mark with some confidence on the attempted triple lutz jump, but there were no other triples. This is a tough one. It's a hard one to judge. You know what a skater can do.
But the judges seem to be waffling over there now and changing their mind because they had announced that they were ready. 5.6 is a 5.5 and 3.5.4s.
I think even the 5.4s are generous.
5,4, 5,4.
It wasn't just the fall that hurt. It was what she chose to leave out after the fall. And I think that, well, I don't necessarily agree with your opinion on the 5.4. I think the 5.7s are certainly very generous.
Okay, I'll split you down the middle.
Well, artistic compression will tell us a little bit more, and here they are, 5.6, 5.7, 5.8. 5.7, 2.5.6 to the 5.4 for Yakov. Wainman is now 11th. This now makes Tracy Wainman. Let me do a fast count here. Wainman is the 7th best free skater in the world at this moment. Now, Dagmar Lur's favorite from West Germany. He was 3rd in the Olympics. He won that bronze medal. She was 2nd in the Europeans this year and 4th in the world's last year. So she is a pretender to the throne. Linda Fratiani and Annette Put to skate after Dagmar Lur.
And you can see the grin on her face from the triple loop jump. A good one. Very badly leaning out of the circle on the landing, forced her to not complete the landing. Salchow try. Only a double.
I think she decided to play it safe from here on in, which is a very smart move. She's got a good program going for her. 1:15 left in it. Two skaters before her got into trouble. As they usually do, but the demand for tickets is so heavy that they're going to run another exhibition on Monday night, and it's sold out. They'll draw 72,000 people, which will be an all-time attendance record for the World Figure Skating Championship.
Receive a copy of a 150-year-old skate blade done in the form of a gold charm. The gold medalist will have the charm with diamonds. The silver medalist will have the charm in plain gold, and the bronze medalist will have the charm in silver. And even if they want to cash in on their medals, their gold medal is worth about $550. Here's a look at the double loop jump, the triple loop jump. Look at the beautiful rotation. That was the only successful triple she had in her program, but it's one of the hardest. She did it very well.
Those marks up for her to get out of that mob scene. And 6 from the American judges being booed. 5-8, 5-6, 5-7, 5-7, and 4 5-6s.
And I think finally for a skater, when it's all over, you're so glad to be through. I'm sure those are tears of happiness and gratitude.
Now for artistic impression. 5-6, 2 5-7, a 5-5, 5-6, 5-5, 5-4, 5-5, and a 5-6. I think that leaves the door open for Linda Fratiani to catch her. Fratiani at this moment is in 3rd place. Fratiani was 4th after the compulsory figures, was 3rd in the short program. By contrast, Dagmar Lurs was 2nd in the compulsory figures and 4th in the short program. So it's going to depend now on what Linda does right here. At the moment, Lurs is leading, Watanabe is 2nd, and Christophe Binder is 3rd. Gilman is now 4th. So we still have Linda Fratiani and Annette Putsch to come. And regardless of what happens, Tracy Weinman cannot rate any lower than 10th best free skater in the world today, judging on what she did here. Linda Fratiani, former world champion, lost it, wants it back.
There are 2 basic types of jumps. Toe jump, there's one. Triple toe loop. And her next attempt at triple will be an edge jump, which is the 2nd type. This is a triple Salchow.
Well, Linda won the World Championship first in 1977. Won Skate Canada that year as well. She lost the title in Ottawa, as you'll recall. Won it back in 1979. Then she lost the Olympic medal to Annette Putsch. She wants to get even for that one tonight. Fradiani.
Most of the really tough stuff is out of the way now. Good combination here, Wally, hop, split jump, double toe loop. Coming into the very last move, 3 Arabians. 1, 2. And the third one.
She does it. Linda Fradiani. There's only one more skater left. And remember, Annette Butch was 6th in the short program. Seniors skate more difficult programs than she skated tonight, but never put it together better than this one.
I would agree. There's still lots of room at the top for Butch, though, if she can pull off.
5.9s, that helps. And 8. 3.57s and 3.58s. Well, that takes a little of that room away at the top. It's a very unnerving thing for Annette, I'm sure, but they're finding little pieces of stuff out on the ice, and of course that might have helped save her later on, but I'm sure it couldn't help but unnerve her a little bit as she was standing there waiting for that first beat of music.
Well, if we just look at the ordinals here between Lurs and Fradiani, we'll see that they're tied in ordinals, yet Fradiani has more points. So whoever the judges score first, second, and third because of Butch will determine the final outcome. This could change. Fradiani could still be second after Butch skates.
19-year-old Annette Butch, Olympic champion, European champion, silver medalist in the world last year, won the Europeans, the world, and the Europeans all before that. This young lady has won 6 out of the last 8 world and Olympic championships that she's skated in.
Here comes the triple Salchow. Oh, only a double.
Interesting to note that Annette Butch, in her first World Championships in 1973, she finished 14th. Tracy Wainman, in her first World Championships, should finish 14th, maybe 13th.
Another double axel. At this level of competition, the double axel is perhaps the only double jump which has a forward takeoff. You can recognize it by that if you watch very closely. Here comes her first successful triple I hope, a triple toe loop. Ah, good.
to the end of the 1980 World Championships and the decision as to who will wear that ladies' crown. Our final skater. But the results are not final. We must see her marks, not only to see how it affects her, but how it will affect Dagmar Lurs and Linda Fradiani.
Putsch is in first place, but boy, it was not a championship performance that she just gave. She didn't fall. She had a few little bad positions, I suppose, but there was no content.
I don't know whether they decided to play it safe when they got out there after the earlier falls that we saw. Does that usually affect you, Deb, what you see somebody else do ahead of you?
It depends on the skater. I think every skater treats it differently. Some skaters are better if they're trailing. Others are better if they're leading. The pressure is phenomenal for all of these skaters, particularly those that have been world champions already.
There are the marks for technical merit. This is going to make it even closer than we thought. 5'7", 5'8", 5'6", 5'5", 5'7", 5'6", 5'7", 5'6", and a 5'7". Now, we will get, when we see that second set of marks, we'll probably get a quick count as to how the first three standings are going to be affected here. Annette is not a happy girl at this moment. She's not exuberant. She was not exuberant on the ice. Here comes the second set of marks. 5'7", 5'8", 5'6", 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and a 5'6". That doesn't excite her either. So obviously she's wondering, and here we go. Annette Putsch wins it. Dagmar Lurs is second. Linda Fradiani is third. Annette Putsch is the world champion. Now you can see she's just been advised that she is the world champion. She's starting to smile a little bit. Dagmar Lurs wins a silver medal. Linda Fradiani is the bronze medalist. Emmy Watanabe was fourth and finishes fourth. And here is the world champion, Annette Putsch from East Germany. She has added the World Championship to the Olympic gold medal. What a dramatic year for this young lady, 19 years of age.
She certainly is a popular champion, John.
It's interesting to note that as you see Annette on the top of the podium, she was leading going into this final. And the top five places did not change. Dagmar Lurs was second. She remained second. And Fradiani, who was third, remained third. So there wasn't an opportunity for them to change. And now Dagmar Lurs, the local favorite, and what a response she got from the hometown crowd. I'm sure that she was spurred on. Even now, she can't get over it.
It was the best she's ever done in international competition. She has always been very high up in the figures, but has never been able to hold it together for the free skating. So it was an exciting evening for her, made even more exciting, I'm sure, by the fact that it was in her own home country.
And particularly when it was a night when other good skaters were having their problems. And this sometimes psychologically will affect you. And now we have a former world champion and a great competitor in her own right. She's won many, many medals, and she'll be announced now as the bronze medalist, and they're waiting for the appearance. They won't stop applauding for Dagmar Lurs, waiting for the appearance to show you the bronze medalist, Linda Fradiani, and there she is. There's a close-up look. She's waiting for that announcement to start going. She's been out there before, and now she starts to step forward as Linda Fradiani is announced as the number 3 girl, the bronze medalist here at the 1980 championships. So there you have it. Annette Putsch, Dagmar Lurs, Linda Fradiani, 3 beautiful girls, 3 great skaters, and all great champions in their own right.
Just as we expected, Debbie, it took the computers to decide. You know, Lake Placid was a classic in that event, but there was even more running here.
Well, the computers have certainly been working overtime, I know, and there's been some cliffhangers as well, which makes for an exciting competition. And I don't recall a time when we have felt more of an undercurrent of change in figure skating, and I think it's good for the sport, and it's particularly good for Canada.
Okay, and we salute those young people out there on the platform. But now, I'd like to thank ZDF and ARD and Video. The most successful show on record as Olympians toppled and every event provided a storybook finish. The dance final was a classic. Whiten and Dowding made it to the top 5, and the ending was also a classic. After trying for 13 years, Hungary's Ragoczi and Soleil finally mounted the top podium in one of the most popular victories these championships have ever seen. The men's finish was also dramatic. Olympic gold medalist Robin Cousins couldn't hold off the challenge of East Germany's Jan Hoffmann. Cousins' 3 6s couldn't keep Hoffmann from gold. He was simply too good on the night. The pairs almost provided an upset, too, with the Olympic and world champions on the sidelines. The road was open for Cherkasova and Sakurai to win the gold, but just barely for Mager and Biersdorf of East Germany. And the ladies' final provided the same script. It could have been 3 or 4 of that final group, but that title has been changing hands at every championship. This one was just as close, and Tracy Wainman stole everybody's heart.
He has Rudy Trini of West Germany, a hometown boy, right behind him. Oh, he's off to a good start, Debbie.
Beautiful double axel. He had a great warm-up. Hope he can do it. Here's his first triple coming up. Triple toe Wally. Good one.
He's like Charlie Tickner. He knew he had to jam more material into his program, and he did it on his short program. Oh.
Triple loop jump. Just not high enough to complete the rotation. Bad lean on the landing. Spin for any skater. It's called a cross-foot spin. The weight is on both feet, makes it difficult to spin fast and balanced.
which will give Canada 2 in the World Championships next year. He just missed getting 10th in the pairs by 2 ordinals. Hey, Brian's going. Looks like he can hold it.
Halfway through the 5-minute program. Programs I hear. I think musically it shows great variation, good change of mood. There's another triple toe loop. Now certainly the inclusion of the triple loop, which was the jump earlier in his program that he fell on, there has been no mistake, and it would have been great had he been able to land the triple loop. But he got up very quickly. It has not affected the remainder of his performance. Split jump, coming into a double axel. He fell here at Olympics. Oh, not this time. At his final corkscrew spin.
Brian Polkar.
Watch him think it over at this moment for the first beat of that music. With his 80-year-old grandmother sitting in the stands. She'd never been out of England before, but she came here in the hopes that she would see her grandson win the World Championship. And for the next 5 minutes, you're going to see a great performance.
Here's an open axle jump. Simple single axle. Double axle. Here's a triple toe loop attempt.
Oh, nothing to it.
Now he must match what Hoffman has done technically. Oh, triple loop jump.
He had 7 5.9s in his short program, despite the fact that he took a still.
John, he's got to get 6s here to win.
Yeah. We have not seen a 6 so far, but you're going to see one here.
Here's the triple Salchow. And a triple toe loop. Little sloppy with the free leg, but he's keeping it up.
Oh, look at that.
losing every moment to the crescendo with Robin Cousins.
Here's Hoffman looking on. He knows he's done his best.
Well, Robin at one time or another has beaten every one of the threats here tonight. But he came back after 2 cartilage operations when it looked like he was finished, to the point now where, well, he has an Olympic medal, and he could be adding another tonight.
To try to gauge this from within, Don Jackson is probably the only one in the world that knows how good this one is tonight.
Into the last minute. You can see the smile starting now.
He's moved all the way from 1968 all the way through to a world championship that he won in 1974, a European championship the same year, won Europe again in 78, 79, and then he had his problems. Now he's back and giving it a real run. This is Jan Hoffman, who at this point is leading.
Well, he's not going to let first place slip away from him this time.
Technically, there isn't a more superb jumper in the competition. But skating seems to have progressed beyond just the athletic part. And where Jan always seems to lose it is in the artistic impression.
Debbie, I've just been given word that from Charlie Dover, the president of the Canadian Figure Skating Association, that Rodnina and Zayak will definitely be in Skate Canada this coming fall. They'll be doing exhibitions at Skate Canada, and there's the first official announcement.
Rotation in the jumps is very fast. The edge is clean and sure.
There was a lot of concern that Jan Hoffman, after his 1974 world victory, when he missed an entire season because of a cartilage operation, was concerned that he had been out too long and would never ever make the comeback. But with the Olympic performance and what he's showing us tonight, there's no question that he has totally recovered, and this is the first full indication of it.
luck tonight. These people are all too close to each other.
Half axles landed forward. Most effective. Try to watch for some of the big jumps that come up. If they are done close to the boards, it's very likely that our microphones may be able to pick up the sound of the landing. It's a very heavy sound, partly due to the fact that the ice surface the skaters are skating on less than 2 weeks ago was used for a horse show, and it took some 300 cartloads to remove all the dirt and to start the ice again. Did you hear that one? Triple toe loop.
Best music combination he's ever put together.
From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980.
The Canadian champions are currently in 11th place.
Watch the split triple twist. Oh, beautiful height. This is a very hard one coming off a throw triple Salchow.
They're off to a great start, and they knew they were under the gun because they had a very ordinary short program, and they knew they had to put it together tonight. Year-old Paul Martini, 16-year-old Barbara Underhill. They finished 9th in the Olympics.
In the flying camel back stiff.
Their difficult moves look very easy tonight, Deb. Normally, Barbara is a very, very nervous girl. Well, she's nervous out there right now, but she hasn't given any indication of it.
Just a little problem with that double left jump on her part. One thing I like about them, John, is that when they're doing their individual things, they're never more than a hand's reach away from one another. That's very hard to do. You must have the confidence of knowing your partner is near and yet not too near.
Underhill from Oshawa, Paul Martini from Woodbridge, and they've only been skating together since 1977. Oh, and this jammed audience in this Dortmund arena love those death spirals.
Watch the dismount out of this overhead. She lands to his right, a very unusual exit. Here comes the throw double axel. Oh.
They're giving him marks for originality of those moves.
Coming into the last few seconds of the program. Back pair sit spin.
Year-old Sergei Shachrai, 15-year-old Marina Cherkasova. Silver medalist at Lake Placid. Silver medalist in the European Championships. Silver medalist in the World Championships last year.
There's another one of those great throw double axels. That one with a little hop prior to it. Sometimes when a pair team uses a jump prior to a really sensational jump, it is to facilitate timing, and very often that's the case. A skater may be able to do a jump combination effectively, where the jump in isolation may not work as well. Double axel, she pulled that one off with a little bit of luck, I think. Terrible lean out of the circle. Throw triple axel, but that last half rotation just eluded them slightly. However, she managed to keep her feet up until he finished the half rotation for her. Technically, the woman should have completed the rotation before being caught by her partner.
Strangely enough, 5/8 have been the most difficult mark to reach so far. We have had only one set of 5/9s, if no 6s at all, and it was Robin Cousins who got 7 5/9s for his artistic impression in the short program today. Even though he fell in that program.
don't win the championship tonight, but I really don't feel they skate like world champions should. They do not have the finesse nor the polish that, for instance, the tiny Soviet pair, Pestova and Leonovich, have. Nice variation in the camel spin.
Well, we guessed that earlier when Babylonian Gardner withdrew and Rodnina and Zaitsev withdrew, we felt that this couple was vulnerable for Mager and Biersdorf of East Germany. But I think that Shakarai has just enough of a lead to hold on.
Well, there are certainly moments of great beauty in the pair's performance, but it's not consistent. Watch the flip over coming out of this overhead.
Grand finale for Sergei Shakarai and Marina Cherkasova from the Soviet.
From Dortmund, West Germany, this is the 1980 World Figure Skating Championships on CT.
And so that's the way the championships finished.
I can't wait till 1981 and we head to Hartford, the United States of America for the 1981 World Championships. I think we've got a great event coming up and a fantastic year for all of us.
And a lot of these people will be with us in Calgary for Skate Canada 1980. But until then, on behalf of CTV and our sponsors, it's been our pleasure to be able to bring you these telecasts via satellite from Dortmund, Germany. So this is Johnny Esau with Debbie Wilkes, bidding you all a very pleasant good night.